Progressive Snapshot can save you money based on how you drive and how much you drive. So the safer you drive, the more money you could save. Now, if you didn't hear that because you were looking at your phone while driving, let me say it again. Seriously, put down your phone. That is so unsafe. If you didn't do stuff like use your phone while driving, you could save money with Progressive Snapshot. But saving or not, just put it down. And if you did hear it the first time because you weren't looking at your phone, nice work. You'd love Snapshot from Progressive because it rewards safe drivers. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California and North Carolina or from all agents.
Kenya also offers services to curate your wardrobe and make your home a sanctuary with interior design. Next time you're in downtown Newnan, be sure to stop by Greenhouse Mercantile. Open Wednesday through Saturday until 4 p.m.
Welcome to Connecting Hearts. Connecting hearts of women to resources, information, and to one another. Presented by Creative Heart Studios, 18 Perry Street and Newnan. Now here's your host, Margie Conway.
This is Margie from Connecting Hearts Network. I'd like you to take just a moment and listen to Linda Kirkpatrick explain to you what Family Patterns Matters is all about.
Family Patterns Matter works with youth and their families to help overcome barriers that prevent their success. We meet twice a month with mentoring, tutoring, teaching life skills, resilience, gratitude, and kindness. We also bring music and art therapy. Please visit our website at www.familypatternsmatter.org.
Hello. I'm Pina Payne with Contour Mortgage, and we're so excited. We have just moved to this new company, and we are located at 560 Newnan Crossing Bypass in Newnan next to Art and Jake's, and we have some great products. Our interest rates are better than any other companies, and we also have some great products for the VA. We can do a better deal for you with fees than any other company. We have a lot of different kind of programs.
Hi, I'm Holly Reese. I'm the founder of Warrior Defenders. I'm a certified tactical self-defense instructor, and I specialize in women's self-defense. I teach technical drills for survival skills and education on self-defense tools and how to use them. My journey started in self-defense because I'm a domestic violence survivor. I'm here to empower women, to teach them how to be their own heroes, and to learn today to have a safer tomorrow.
Hey guys, this is Dana with Happy Life Nutrition, located on 18 Perry Street, downtown Newnan. Hours are 8 to 5, Tuesday through Friday. Come check us out. We will be serving up meal replacement shakes, calorie-burning teas, coffees, waffles. We have a kids menu and a workout menu. We do deliveries with a 5-drink minimum or $5 delivery charge if less. You can call ahead for your order. Free Wi-Fi, quiet atmosphere for business meetings or get-together. Our number at Happy Life Nutrition is 770-683-5172. Can't wait to see you.
Hi, this is Margie Conway from Creative Heart Studios, and this is the Connecting Hearts Network broadcast. We've got a lot of things going on lately, so I'm going to tell you at the end about starting a Happy Hearts selfie studio and starting a new Her Journey group and a few other things we got in the works. But I want to go ahead and jump in there with our guest this morning. Our guest has the privilege of being the youngest person on our broadcast today, and I hope that she inspires enough people. We have a lot of young people coming on. Her name is Olivia Grantham. Hi, Olivia. Thanks for joining me.
Hi, thank you for having me, Miss Margie. It's really good to be here.
I'm glad. I'm very excited she's here because, like I was telling her and her mom, I get excited when grown-ups do things to encourage other people, but when teens do it, I'm super excited because that's a great example, and, you know, we need more of them to follow it. I might hook you up with my granddaughter very soon. And, yes, I'll make sure she knows that. Olivia's mom, Megan, is a friend, and she had posted one day on Facebook that a bunch of notes. And she said, let me tell you about these notes. And so instead of me telling you about the notes, when I saw the post, I got a hold of Megan, and I said, do you think Olivia would want to go on the radio? But this was back when school was starting, and she's got a very busy schedule, so we had to find a time that we could come. So, Olivia, tell us a little bit about those notes your mom posted.
Well, so these notes, they're called Notes of Hope, and basically we have people write these encouraging messages, and these notes will go to the kids receiving meals from Backpack Buddies. So we write encouraging messages, inspirational quotes, Bible verses, and we do drawings on these note cards.
That's very cool. And Backpack Buddies is a program in town. I'm not sure how far it reaches out, but I know that they take food to children on the week, or send it home from school on the weekends and during school breaks. And it's always easy to eat things so the kids can make sure they can feed themselves if they need to do, because unfortunately, there's a lot of our kids that need to, do a little more to take care of themselves. So Backpack Buddies is a great place to support, and you doing these notes is a great support to them.
Yes.
What brought you to the idea of doing Notes for Hope?
Well, my family has been serving with Backpack Buddies for years through our church and then just through different organizations that help them out. And I'm involved in a lot of clubs at school that are always looking for service projects to do. So I thought, what if I could start something that would benefit my community that I could do that I'm familiar with? So I'm really good at writing, so I always thought, I could do something with that. So that's where it kind of loops around, and that's where it's involved in.
That's cool. What about your first group of friends that you talked to about writing notes? How did you approach them, and how did they receive it, and what did they do?
Well, it was my small group. My small group has been writing notes for a few months now for me, and they thought it was a great idea. So almost every Sunday I do write notes, and I'll bring in note cards, and some people just drop them off at the church for me to pick up too.
Oh, that's a great idea. All right, when you started it, you said you're in lots of clubs, and you went to the clubs. So tell us what they do. You drop supplies off to them? How does it work?
Well, so a lot of the clubs, most of them are Christian or service-based clubs. Mm-hmm. So I'll go and I'll speak to the kids that are there. And first I'll send out an email to the club sponsors to make sure they're okay with it so that we can set it up. And then I'll get to the club meetings, and I'll typically bring the notes and pens with me. And then all the kids will write the notes, and at the end of the meeting I collect them. But sometimes, kids that aren't involved in the clubs want to do it still. So I've had a bunch of individual people and teachers email me at school. Cool. So I have different teachers who have drop-off places for kids to come get the cards and then to drop them back off at.
That's a good idea. What do you tell the kids at the club? Give us your speech you give the kids when you want to encourage them to write notes.
Well, I just tell them that there are kids out there who, unfortunately have less than us, and this can really impact them. So if they want to write stuff or draw things, these are going to elementary school kids right now, so it really encourages them and impacts their lives, whether they know who it's from or not, the notes.
And that's very true. Actually getting, especially for elementary age kids, because I taught that age for a long time, actually getting a note they can hold in their hands and they can read. I guarantee you these kids tuck it under their pillow or in a drawer with their special stuff or in their books so they can go back to it and read it again. Because a lot of kids, and especially some of the ones we're talking about, that they're going to hold on to any encouragement they can. And we're so bad now about sending text and emails and all these things. And when we're on Facebook, we say we're praying and we put the praying hands, but then the next one comes in and sometimes we don't follow through. In that instance, I'm making it a point right then to stop and say the prayer, and then I'll post so I don't forget. But we do forget to communicate through writing to people. Writing is a lost art in a lot of ways.
Yes, it is.
And you mentioned that you like to write notes and do things like that. So what were you doing about that before you started Notes of Hope?
Well, honestly, I was taking a lot of literature classes. I really love that class. It's my favorite subject. So I always write stuff. I am currently using my mom's computer to write poems and things like that. So I always am writing stuff and journaling. And
is there any aspirations to be a writer in the future?
Maybe. I'm not really sure about that yet.
Yeah. I know you got plenty of time. I found a notebook that I had at home, or rather a folder I had at home that had a lot of poems and things I'd written when I was younger, and I was like, that really wasn't that bad, at that point. I was like, first of all, when I'm writing about lost love or whatever, I didn't have a clue what I was talking about, but it really wasn't that bad. All right, you and your mom help at Backpack Buddies, and I know that your family is service-oriented. So just seeing your mom serve and your dad serve and some of the things you've done, you want to just tell us a little bit about things you might have done in the past?
Yes, well, I'm involved in this club called Team Hungry at school, and that's my main club that I'm in, and they've really been a help with encouraging me to pull through with this and really start this Notes of Hope organization. And they do a lot of stuff in the community. And I'm also part of Chick-fil-A Leader Academy, so they do stuff too. So Backpack Buddies is just one of the many organizations that we've helped, like Bridging the Gap. We do that too. And a lot of people that just come in, and any kind of help that we can give around the area is just good.
Now, serving these people is helping them, we know, but how does it affect you to serve others?
Well, it really helps me to put myself out there and to really not forget, like, God did so much stuff by giving his son and losing his life on the cross, and then I need to do and give back in my community what he did for me, and that, like, showing those kinds of love to people out in the area is just good to do, and it's good for my soul.
Very good, honey.
And we actually have a verse this is like our official verse for Notes of Hope. It's 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Therefore encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you're doing.
That's very good. I ought to reach over and high-five you right now, but I might fall off of the bench. He knows I would fall off the bench. See, my goal is to get Ryan to laugh. And I believe that service to others is so important. It's first of all, when you have, trauma or anything going on in your own life, if you can come out of yourself and help other people, it makes a huge difference. And as someone who was a kid that could have used a little encouragement and help there, I know that means a lot to them. Sorry, I had to get the water. It's muggy today. I don't have my list of notes in front of me of what I was going to ask you. All right, do you have plans for Notes of Hope to expand it or to do more with it? What is your plan with it?
Yes, I do, actually. I was thinking about this last week, and I'd really like to spread it to other high schools in the area, especially like in county to county, and just make it a thing that's normalized and that is like a big thing in the schools. And I really want to touch more lives with that. Once we have like a firm foundation, we can spread it out to more people.
That's a good idea. That's very good. And, I've mentioned that we will be willing to help you any way that we can. We are going to make the Creative Heart Studios a drop-off place for supplies for Notes for Hope. So you can get her supplies, and I'm going to ask her to give us a list of what types of things she uses. And you can drop them off over there, and I'll make sure that she gets them so she can go to the groups. But you can also write some notes yourself and drop them off over there, and we will make sure that she gets them. So I'm going to list Notes of Hope on our site as one that we support and give you the information there. I did talk to her about making an Amazon wish list, so you can just go on her wish list when she does it and just have it sent straight to her, and that way you get to support a great thing, and it's not going to cost that much for cardstock and stickers and things. What types of things do you want? I know you mentioned pens and cards. What else? Stickers?
Yeah, stickers
stuff?
Would be great. Any kind of like drawing materials, colorful pens and markers, that would be great too. I haven't had a lot of stickers, but I think that would be a really good idea to have those on the notes. And just like little pieces of card paper and cardstock, and just colorful paper if they want to drop that by.
Okay. So she needs pens. We need lots of stickers, guys. You can bring her stickers she can put on the cards, but you can go like at Dollar Tree, get those little sheets of stickers that she can stick in the cards too. So some of those kids have those stickers to run around with. So if we get her a bunch of them, she'll have enough to make cards and pass stickers along. So remember that tip. We are going to do that. We're going to start getting supplies for you. What kind of advice would you give another teen that had an idea for a project?
I would definitely tell them to pray about it, because I know for me, getting out there and doing things and starting things, that's a really big step, and sometimes it's scary to do that, especially at my age, being so young and, living in this big world. And I would definitely say to pray about it, and if you feel led to start it, definitely do. But also do what I did. I surrounded myself with people who would definitely support me through this and help me. And also find people who have strengths in areas that you might not. So I had a friend who, I'm not great with like graphic designing or technology or anything. And so I asked her to make our logo. And so she's the one who designed our logo for us. And she's going to be a graphic designer in college. So I reached out to her and I was like, hey, is this something that you could do to put on your resume? So
that's good, and that is another thing about service when you're at this age that is really good on your resume and on college applications. They look for that type of stuff. I know even way back when my daughter was in high school and we were doing college applications, they all had a place for service areas and what you did. So that's that's not the reason to do it, but it is a benefit of doing it. That's very good advice for the teens to do that. I would actually say that's very good advice for any of us adults who want to start a project. My advice on it would be, pray about it and get your ducks in a row so that you can start it, but do it. Because even if you think that it's a small gesture and it wouldn't be noticed, it will be noticed by somebody, and those small gestures roll over to other people. It's like the commercial you see on TV where one person smiles at another one, and the next one picks something up, and the next one smiles, and the next one holds the door. Ripples of kindness will spread. All right, what other stuff do you have for us today? Did I bring everything up, or is there something else you want to bring up?
I just had another thing of how God's worked through this circumstance and situation.
Absolutely.
I've definitely followed through with this because, it's not easy to start something like this and to follow through with it, but it was definitely a God-given idea, so I'm glad that I did, and I'm really hopeful that it's impacting a lot of kids who are receiving these notes. Yeah. I'm
sure it is. Like I said, I guarantee you those kids, because I've seen kids in the schools and daycares I ran and stuff, and they love to get cards. They love to have it in their hand. So I promise you it is making a big impact, and it is also making an impact on those around you of seeing the heart that you have and the service and the love for God that you have. That's a very great thing, and I appreciate you for sharing it with us.
Yes, thank you.
All right, if you just wanted to give a piece of advice, and I ask a lot of our women this, just a piece of advice to other women, what would you say?
I would say to other women, definitely build a firm relationship with God, because most of the things that I've done in my life have been something that He's just helped me through and helped me with, and it's all from Him. It's all from above.
Very good. I appreciate it. Mom, do you want to add anything?
No, other than I'm just extremely proud of her, as any parent would be, but just to see her just following a nudge, that she had, and not being fearful about that. I do think that this can be hugely impactful. We don't know. We will never know, maybe, the impact that it has on others on the end of receiving. But I do know just from seeing the notes that these kids have written, especially coming out of a pandemic where we were so isolated. Everything that they do is technology-based. You're very true in saying that it's a lost art, handwriting. And she knows, like, I've raised them to always write thank you notes from every birthday, every Christmas card. I just think it's very important to show that appreciation, but then to see them just encouraging others and breathing life into someone else is such a beautiful thing to witness. So I'm very proud of her for following through. But she's right in that utilizing the strengths that she has, and then tapping into the strengths of other people. So I think that's key.
It is, and sometimes I try to do it all myself, but I'm much better if I put some of these tasks on to others. For instance, I forgot to get my car tag, and my birthday was last Saturday, so it was late, and I still kept forgetting it, and then my friend came and said, "Did you get your car tag yet? Let's go do it now." So now I have my car tag. But it's good to be able to surround yourself with people like that. That is, like I said, good advice in any of our situations. And that's part of what we want to do with the Creative Heart Studio is we want a community of women, of young women, to come together to support one another. With Connecting Hearts, we're doing that. We're pulling women together for resources and inspiration, and this has definitely been an inspiration. I really appreciate you doing it. With our Connecting Hearts Network, first, let me go back. We are collecting supplies and notes for Notes of Hope at the Creative Heart Studios at 18 Perry Street inside Happy Life Nutrition. Even if you just drop them off with Dana up front, she'll have a place to put them. So we're going to put something up there and encourage to get more of that. You can drop supplies off there. We're going to look for an Amazon list, and then we'll start spreading that around. We'll put it on our site. and we want to get more notes going out to these kids and help her expand this to the community, not just one school, but out through the rest of them. That would be great. So if you're a contact at one of the other schools, get a hold of us, and we'll connect you with Olivia and let her help you set you up with a program.
And I don't think she mentioned either that she is currently a student at East Coweta High School. So
No, she didn't, yeah.
All of the clubs and organizations that have given to this and written the notes are coming out of East Coweta High School. So we would love to see it expand to all of the high schools in Coweta County, and not just, the county schools, private schools as well.
All right, that means we've got Heritage and Trinity and Northgate and Newnan. We're calling you out. If you have somebody that can come and contact us, we'll help you get that set up. Olivia will tell you what to do, and we're going to get a lot of supplies, so that won't be an issue. At Creative Hearts Studios, with me and with Dana at Happy Life, we're going to have a special event on the 22nd. We're going to do Happy Hearts Selfie Studio. We're really not going to have a whole studio because that's a lot of space and we don't have that. But we have a couple of really cool installations going in that you can come and take your selfies at. And one of them, the first ones we're going to do is going to be a big beach scene with all the palm tree and all kinds of stuff. And the second one, though, I'm extremely excited about because it's going to be a digital installation. So my son, who's the artist up in Atlanta, is, and I'm definitely linking him to it because he's got a worldwide following in there. So you could come from Barcelona, where he was at, down to Newnan just to take a selfie. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yes.
He is doing a digital installation for us that one's going to be an underwater scene, one's going to be a logo thing we figured out, one is going to be an affirmation scene. So you've seen those things on Instagram where you click your picture and whatever it says, I am smart, I am beautiful, I am. We're going to have pictures with that and all kinds of stuff. So check that out on the 22nd. Look at Happy Heart or Us, and we will get you over there because we want to have some fun and we want to encourage people in our neighborhood. And then on a serious note, this Saturday we are starting a new Her Journey class, which is the class that we do for domestic violence and abuse victims and survivors. So we're starting an all-new one this week. It is in the daytime. This class is not just for those who've been through abuse and violence. It's for just about any woman because we've had several go through it that hasn't been in that situation, and they'll tell you how helpful it is. So if you want information on that, you can hit us up. I was expecting Ryan to say we were about through right now. I guess we got to say something else, don't we? Oh, okay. I'm rushing it today. All right, Olivia, you're working at Chick-fil-A at present, right?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Yeah, how's that going?
It's very good. Everyone there is so friendly, and it's just a great environment to be working in. I'm glad I'm working there now.
Oh, good, because that's your first official job, right?
Yes, it is.
All right, that's when we had to watch our schedule. So she's over at Chick-fil-A, the one on Lower Fayetteville, Poplar?
Yes,
Poplar,
ma'am.
the one on Poplar Road. And her mom, Megan, does essential oils with us, and she is extremely good at that. So do you get into the oils with your mom?
Somewhat. I definitely use them daily, all the time.
What's your favorite?
Probably the wild orange. I love the smell of that one. Although I use other ones, like this morning I put some behind my ear. It's called Balance. And,
yes.
You just put them everywhere. But wild orange is definitely my favorite smell.
I have a granddaughter named Olivia, and it's her favorite too. She doesn't use many of the rest of them for anything.
I'm laughing because when I pulled out Balance, and it's like a grounding, calming blend. Because this is a little nerve-wracking, for a 16-year-old to be on a radio station.
Oh, it's a little nerve-wracking for a 57-year-old to be on a radio station.
So I said, okay, well, here's some Balance. We'll use this, and she was like, this takes me back to 6th grade when I went into middle school, and I was so nervous every day. Didn't you make me use this every morning before I went to school? I said, yes. She said, I think this was my 6th grade aroma, my perfume, because we used a lot of balance.
Mine
when
was
she went.
peace, not in 6th grade, but mine was peace when I first started. Peace everywhere. Now that's going to be the part that Olivia's going to cut off before she shares it with her friends. It's talking about 6th grade. All right, we are going to let you go now, but again, where can they drop stuff off?
They can drop it off here or at East Coweta High School.
Yeah, and both places will make sure Olivia gets it. Remember, we want lots of cardstock, lots of markers and pens, and lots of stickers, guys. And you can look for that Amazon wish list. If you're looking for me, most of the time you can walk up and down Perry Street and open the door and yell Margie, and I walk out. I know it's been a little sporadic lately, but the husband is driving, so I should be able to actually be in the studio this week. and we're looking forward to that. All right, thanks, and listen again.
Thanks for tuning in to Connecting Hearts of Women to Resources, Information, and to one another. Presented by Creative Hearts Studios, 18 Perry Street, here in Newnan. 404-528-8461. Until next time, have a wonderful day.